If you want your eyebrows done in 5 seconds, this is not it. But if you want them to look like a work of art, if you want them to look like a work of art, well, this is how you do it. Per Makeup in Melanda. Welcome back to Makeup in Melanda.
Maybelline cover girl for certain, and my body on point. They be like, who's just searching? I'm already getting used to the lurking. Man, these bitches can't stop. They the regular version. Whips German, coins I earned them. Act like future, but they say they want alluring. The irony, ha, quit trying me. Okay, take me on.
So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I get my unwaxed, unmaintained, basically, because I don't do anything to my eyebrows. I don't wax them. In my last eyebrow video, I trimmed them up and I used like an eyebrow pencil. So basically, I just feel like my eyebrows so little, like they're so tiny, so I don't even bother myself with getting them done. Okay, it's in the color warm brown. Yes, there it is. It's in the color warm brown. And let me show you what kind of pencil this is. It's LA Girl. Yes, there it is. So it's in the color warm brown. So basically, I'm filling it in and I'm going in the direction of my eyebrow hairs. So maybe I can zoom in and show y'all a little better. Start and I draw a line underneath where my hair ends, like where there's no more of my hair. I'm just going with the natural arch of my eye. If you get your eyebrows arched or you get them done, then it's gonna look different. But I'm going with the natural arch of my eyebrow. So I'm starting a little bit in front of where my eyebrow is, and then I'm pressing the pen to like the pencil down, and I'm going all along that line. And then what I do is I start on the back of the line and I start filling it in. Like first I draw my tip. You kind of saw I was drawing my tip first. So first I draw my tip and I take it from the front, like the kind of, how can I explain? Where there's the transition, like there's 3 parts of your eyebrow, right? The straight, the curve, and then the tip. So I start drawing the tip part, which is right after the curve. So yeah, that's the best way to describe it. Right after the curve, make the tip. So I draw the tip on, and then once I get a solid, solid tip, this is from the drugstore, so you have to press a little hard. Then I just start going in my hair direction, like in the directions that my hair is. I just start filling in, and just start like kind of combing my hairs with the pencil. That's it. So I start combing my hairs with the pencil, and then the top, I push it up really, and I even push it up where there's no hair. I push it up as if hair was there, but in the top of my eyebrow, I push it up. I push it up and kind of over. See, up and over. Action. So we're doing lots of ups and over actions into the curve, into the tip, into the straight part, right? Lots of up and over actions. Then I put a little bit of extra because I have smaller eyebrows. So I put a little bit of extra here. And then we're going in with the spoolie. And I just brush it up in the direction of the eyebrow hair. I brush this fully in the direction of the eyebrow hair. Okay, so basically this is it. So you can see, kind of see the difference. It's filled in on this side versus this side. It's just hairs, and this side has a little shape to there. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. A lot of times, when people do their eyebrows, they, at least from what I've seen, it's like here and straight. Like, that's not what you want to do. Your face goes like this. Like your eyebrows have a arch. Like this is them. So what you want to do is make sure it's starting down a little bit and then coming up. Don't go like this. You do want a sharp line, but you don't want a sharp, is that horizontal? Yeah, because it's vertical. You don't want a sharp horizontal line. You want it in arch. So kind of when you draw in that line, that bottom line, start it a little down and then pull it up. Make sure you, again, take the spoolie and brush it up to give yourself a fade in the beginning. And then, yeah. You always want to press harder where your hair is and press lighter in the front. So give yourself a little fade. So I got these lovely concealers from Pat McGrath from Sephora. So basically the color I'm gonna be using today is M19. I'll put it on the screen, you already know, put the little information. And yeah, I'm gonna shape my eyebrows. So for today's shaping, I have a limited brush selection. The last time I did my eyebrows, and I had to use like a spoolie brush, like an actual eyebrow brush that you would use, you know. But so I used it to shape my eyebrows, and it really came out so nice. It was so precise. Like, I don't really know how to describe it. I don't know how to explain it, but it just gave me a different look. And I've used tons of pencils before to like try to really get that sharp line underneath it. But with this pencil, I was able to really like draw a line and then like go in with that line and then try to make it straight. So I'm gonna go in with this concealer and put it on my hand. And then we're gonna go in and start lining up. I'm just gonna put this on the front and the back of the brush. So like front of the brush and relax my eye a little bit and go in. Just like when you started drawing, make sure that you start your cutting downwards towards like the shape of your eye. So stay underneath the hairs. So start lower and then work your way up would be my suggestion. If you want your eyebrows done in 5 seconds, this is not it. But if you want them to look like a work of art, if you want them to look like a work of art, well, this is how you do it. Per Makeup in Melinda. So I just put some more because it started kind of running out. But all right, here we go. Once you kind of got your first line in your foundation, then go ahead and start like drawing the line, but kind of swooping down. Because you see like the concealer is just kind of sitting there. So like kind of like make your line, but start streaking it down. I'm kind of just going down. Oops. And I go over that line a few times. For the end of your eyebrow, you want to make it, for the tip, you want to make this like swoop it where it's not like this tip. You basically gonna like cut the tip off a little bit so it can be a little straight tip. That's one of the key things I would say. It's just like taking it and you kind of make the, you cut it off a little bit. Cut it off where you want it. Okay. And then, here we go. I think one of my lashes came out. But that's basically like the base of the brow. And I'm gonna do that same thing on this side. To make my contour a little easier, I'll meet this with this. And it also helps with symmetry because like if this meets this, then they're on some type of same wave. Okay, so I only did the bottoms because the tops I really prefer to do them with my foundation color. And the reason why I say that is because we don't want no halo eyes. We don't want to be taking forever trying to blend and make it too much work. Too much work. So what I'm gonna do is take this foundation. Take your foundation, but I'm taking mine. And it's the Pat McGrath foundation. Y'all better watch the next video when it's gonna be a full face of beat. But basically, so yeah, I'm taking this. And I am in the shade, I'm going with shade Deep 23. So yeah, so shade Deep 23, I'm gonna put on top. I really like putting foundation on top, or at least mixing foundation and concealer together to do the top of the eyebrow, because I think it really connects it to the rest of the face. Like it just like blends so seamlessly. So that's a really important thing. I put the foundation on the same spot that I put my concealer, so a little bit of it might mix, but it's definitely unintentional. And this foundation is really running, so maybe I will mix it with whatever concealer is on my hand. But yeah, I just could not keep up with my eyebrows. Like I couldn't, and they're so little. They're so easy to mess. They're so little. Every time I go get them done, somebody like, oh, they're so little. They're so little. Like I know. I look at them every day, man. I don't need you to remind me that they little. Okay, again, you want to do the front and back. So I did a full pump, but the pump was kind of excessive. So you don't want that much on your brush, but you want enough to coat it. So I'm doing the front and back. If you can see, I'm really trying to give y'all a good tutorial. So now we're gonna do the top. But before I do that, before y'all put anything on your face in this forehead area, because eyes, I don't really have eye acne, but I would highly suggest you put primer on. So we're gonna go in with this patent brand primer. I put the primer on my forehead because I already know my forehead is very prone to breakouts. And I'm having a lot going on with my face already. So if I can protect my skin, I'm going to protect it. Yeah, so that's why I put the primer on before I do the top of my eyebrows, because it's just for the health of my skin, really. But if you don't have these problems, then do you, boo-boo? Okay, so we're gonna start at the top. So get y'all brushes ready. Get your brushes ready. One swoop. Hold it like this with the longer tip towards the brow. And let's go. Okay, I would say just doing this in parts of a swoop, you know, like kind of swoop and then like, oh, I got hair, so let me adjust it. Wait, it's a tangent curve. It's tangent. So we started here, then went a little straight, and then bam, I hit some hair. So I picked up my brush, came up here a little bit, came away from the hair a little bit, get away from the hair, and I'm just coming straight out. I didn't even go down, I just came straight out. We're about to make an arch. And I keep going over that part until it looks like what I want it to look like. Into the foundation. Back into the foundation. Now we're gonna do the tip. And you're gonna take the shorter end, hip it on wherever you want your arch to be, and then come down and meet it with the bottom. And then go over the curve a couple times with your brush just to smooth it out. And that's it. But if you see how when I was over here, I was like this. I'm gonna flip my hand to do this eyebrow. This is a little dirty brush, but I used it once. That's why it's dirty. But as you can see, I did not put any concealer in here because we already got enough. So this eyebrow is shaped, this eyebrow is shaped. The next thing we're gonna do is just take any little fluffy brush and kind of just push that stuff together. So go on this side, push it together, go on this side, push it towards the center. And just push it, bring the eyebrows together, but bring them together with the concealer. And then you could go over the top of them a little bit if you and just pat motions at the beginning of the brows, and you got it. Finish it. And this is how I draw my eyebrows on. I hope watching this video you learned something, because that's the whole purpose of these things, is for me to share my knowledge with you. So yeah, I think they look good.